Let's settle this once and for all. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Yes, the Michael Bay spectacle that everyone loves to pick apart is still leagues better than the cringe fest known as Sword Art Online. Revenge of the Fallen has giant robots, explosive action, and the sheer audacity to have fun with itself. Meanwhile, SAO tries so hard to be something special and ends up with a self-insert snooze fest of a protagonist, plot that makes your head hurt, and dialogue so bland it could put you to sleep. Say what you will about Transformers, but at least it's a blast from start to finish, with non-stop action and visuals that keep you on the edge of your seat. Let's dig in and give SAO the roasting it deserves while we celebrate everything epic about Transformers. Afterwards, I'll show you another awesome movie starring Megan Fox. Action in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen is far superior to Sword Art Online. In Revenge of the Fallen, the battles are colossal, explosive, and visually stunning. You're watching giant robots throw down with earth-shattering force, with each clash feeling heavy and real, even when the story goes wild. Every scene is packed with intense special effects, creative fight choreography, and a sense of scale that makes every punch, explosion, and transformation feel larger than life. Meanwhile, Sword Art Online tries to sell itself on flashy sword fights and magic spells, but they often feel repetitive, weightless, and predictable. The animation can feel static, fights lacking the visceral energy and unpredictability you get with Transformers. While Revenge of the Fallen keeps you on the edge of your seat, SAO reuses the same tired tricks, with none of the impact or excitement that makes action sequences truly memorable. So, while Transformers may be over the top, at least it's never boring, which is more than can be said for Sword Art Online. The visual effects in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen are on a whole different level compared to Sword Art Online. In Revenge of the Fallen, every frame is packed with incredible detail, from the intricate design of each transforming robot to the massive explosions that light up the screen. The movie makes you feel the sheer scale and complexity of these alien machines, with each transformation feeling dynamic and tangible. The special effects team poured everything they had into making the action sequences look mind-blowingly real, pulling you into a world where every moment feels epic and awe-inspiring. Sword Art Online relies on flat, generic animation and bland backgrounds that lack depth and imagination. The visuals often feel lazy, with recycled sequences and uninspired designs that do little to capture the viewer's eye. There's no sense of wonder or creativity, just a series of mediocre shots that don't even try to push the boundaries. Where Transformers dazzles with groundbreaking effects and relentless visual flair, SAO feels stuck in a loop of mediocrity. One delivers a feast for the eyes, the other can barely muster a snack. The cinematography in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen stands out with its bold and dynamic approach, making every scene pop with energy and excitement. The film uses sweeping camera angles, dramatic shots, and rapid cuts to capture the massive scale and high-octane nature of its battles. Whether it's showcasing the intricate details of the robots in action or zooming in on the chaos of a city under siege, the camera work enhances the spectacle and makes every moment feel grand and intense. Sword Art Online often falls short in this department. Cinematography tends to be flat and uninspired, with repetitive angles and lackluster framing that don't add much to the storytelling. The action scenes and emotional moments alike suffer from a lack of visual flair and imagination. Instead of immersing you in the virtual world with inventive camera work, SAO delivers a more static and conventional presentation. While Transformers dazzles with its cinematic ambition, SAO barely manages to keep things visually engaging. The music and score in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen are a major highlight, adding an extra layer of intensity and excitement to the film. The soundtrack features a powerful mix of orchestral compositions and high-energy rock tracks, including the memorable contributions from Linkin Park. Their electrifying songs, like New Divide, capture the adrenaline-pumping essence of the film and complement the on-screen action with a driving, anthemic quality. The music elevates the drama, making each battle scene feel even more epic and engaging. Sword Art Online's score often comes off as bland and forgettable. The soundtrack lacks the punch and emotional depth needed to make the virtual world feel alive. The music rarely stands out or enhances the action and drama, with many tracks blending into the background rather than making a memorable impact. Where Transformers uses its music to amplify the cinematic experience and energize the viewer, SAO's score feels more like an afterthought, failing to leave a lasting impression. The writing in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen is better than that of Sword Art Online, because despite its flaws, it embraces its own brand of over-the-top fun and excitement with a clear sense of direction. The dialogue, while often cheesy, is full of memorable one-liners and character interactions tensions that keep the movie lively and engaging. The plot, though convoluted at times, is driven by high stakes and grand-scale battles that keep you invested in the action. Sword Art Online often struggles with its writing, delivering a story that feels disjointed and aimless. The characters frequently lack depth and development, leading to wooden performances and interactions that fail to resonate. The dialogue can be clunky, and the plot arcs often meander without clear purpose, making it hard to stay engaged. The show's attempts at emotional and dramatic moments often fall flat due to poor pacing and inconsistent storytelling. While Transformers may not win any awards for its script, it successfully delivers an entertaining experience that knows what it is. Sword Art Online often fails to capitalize on its potential, leaving viewers frustrated with its lackluster narrative and character development. The acting in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen is a key component of its charm. Even if it's not always high art, the cast brings a lively and engaging energy to their roles. The supporting cast, including the veteran actors and voice talents behind the Transformers, injects their characters with charisma and distinct personalities, adding layers to the film's action-packed spectacle. Sword Art Online struggles with its acting, particularly in its voice performances. Many of the characters come off as flat and unconvincing, with emotional scenes often failing to land due to lackluster delivery. The protagonist, Kirito, frequently feels more like a self-insert fantasy than a well-rounded character, and his interactions with others can come across as stilted and awkward. The overall acting in SAO tends to lack the depth and nuance needed to make the story and characters truly compelling, leaving viewers with a sense of detachment from the narrative. While Transformers may not have an Oscar-winning cast, performances are lively and contribute to the film's entertaining nature. Sword Art Online's acting, however, often undermines its potential, leaving the series feeling less engaging and emotionally resonant. The voice acting in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen is a standout aspect of the film, bringing the mechanical characters to life with impressive depth and personality. Peter Cullen's return as Optimus Prime is a highlight, delivering a commanding and heroic performance that defines the character with gravitas and authenticity. Hugo Weaving also shines as Megatron, infusing the villain with a menacing edge. Additionally, the ensemble of voice actors, including the likes of Darius McCrary as Jazz and Tom Kenny as the voice of the annoying but lovable robot, adds a unique flair to each Transformer, making them distinct and engaging. The actors bring a level of dedication and nuance that elevates the characters beyond their mechanical exteriors, contributing significantly to the film's overall appeal. Michael Bay's direction in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen is a masterclass in delivering high-octane, visually spectacular filmmaking. From the jaw-dropping action sequences to the grandiose set pieces, he knows how to keep audiences on the edge of their seats. His flair for dramatic, fast-paced editing and dynamic camera work ensures that every moment is packed with energy and excitement. Bay's use of sweeping shots, explosive effects, and intense visual storytelling creates an immersive experience that pulls viewers into the chaos of the Transformer universe. Moreover, Bay's bold vision and willingness to push the boundaries of conventional action filmmaking make him stand out. He embraces the larger-than-life aspect of his films. His approach may be polarizing, but it's undeniably effective at delivering blockbuster entertainment. Under his direction, Revenge of the Fallen becomes a thrilling ride where every explosion and transformation feels impactful and exhilarating. Michael Bay's talent for crafting unforgettable cinematic moments is a big reason why his films, including this one, manage to captivate audiences and make a lasting impression. Also, check out Till Death.
Emma is stuck in a stale marriage to Mark and is surprised when he whisks her away to their secluded lake house for a romantic evening on their 10th anniversary. But everything changes the next morning when she finds herself handcuffed to Mark's dead body. Trapped and isolated in the dead of winter, Emma learns this is only the beginning of Mark's twisted plan, and to survive, she must fight the hired killers coming to finish her off. If you were in Emma's position, what should you do? How can you survive and defeat the hired killers? In this video, I'll break down the Till Death movie, explain all the mistakes made, see if I can make better decisions than the characters, and ultimately try to beat the hired killers. Let's get started. The movie begins with Emma having an affair with a man named Tom, someone who works with her husband Mark at the law firm. If Emma is so unhappy in her current marriage, then she should just get a divorce. It's estimated that almost 50% of all marriages in the United States end end in divorce or separation, so it's not uncommon. We later find out that Mark constantly cheats on Emma as well, so there's no good reason why Mark and Emma are still together. They would be much better off without each other. The only concern would be the cost, since getting a divorce is expensive, but that shouldn't be a problem since Emma and Mark are pretty wealthy. Emma decides to end the affair with Tom since she thinks he deserves better. The next day is Emma and Mark's 10th anniversary. Emma visits Mark at the law firm and sees that he has their old file on the desk. Emma was attacked and robbed by a man named Bobby, but she fought him off by stabbing Bobby in the eye. They're revoking Bobby's parole. Emma and Mark then go to a fancy restaurant to have dinner. Mark gives Emma a necklace made of steel, and Emma got Mark some Super Bowl tickets. Afterwards, Mark drives Emma to a secluded lake house that they used to visit. Mark knows that he has not been a good husband and asks for a second chance. The next morning, Emma wakes up to find herself handcuffed to Mark. He then commits by shooting himself in the head. Emma should try searching the house to find the key to the handcuffs. If she can't find the key, then there are multiple other ways to escape from handcuffs. First, try to pick the lock. All you need to do is to find a bobby pin, paperclip, or piece of wire. Then straighten out the metal. Bend the tip like a hook and place it in the keyhole. Once the tip is inserted all the way into the lock, you need to bend it backwards to make another 90-degree angle. Remove the metal and it should be in a Z shape. Insert into the keyhole again and twist it in different directions until you get the handcuffs open. Second, it's possible to escape from handcuffs by dislocating your thumb. Emma doesn't even have to dislocate her own thumb. She can dislocate Mark's thumb. He's dead, so it's not like he's going to feel any pain. The third method would be shimming. You need to find a thin, flat piece of metal. Then insert it between the handcuffs locking mechanism and teeth. Tighten the handcuffs and push the shim forward. If you're successful, the handcuffs should open. Emma tries to call for help, but the landline doesn't work. Emma uses the gun to shoot the chain of the handcuffs, but there are no bullets left. Emma shouldn't have touched the gun. She now has her fingerprints on it, so she should wipe those off. Emma discovers a wedding dress in the closet, and there's a safe behind it. Emma uses the wedding dress to drag Mark's dead body around the house. Fun fact, Megan Fox is dragging a real stuntman across the floor in every scene of this movie. They didn't use a dummy because it didn't look real enough.
Did you have like a lifelike dummy corpse?
That was a real man, grown man.
Mark put Emma's phone in the flower vase full of water and it doesn't work. Emma throws her phone away, but she should have kept it. The phone might still work after you dry it out. Additionally, Emma could break the flower vase and use the glass shards to cut Mark's hand off and free herself from the handcuffs. Emma finds the car keys in the trash bin. She goes into the garage and tries to start the car, but the fuel tank is empty since Mark siphoned the gas. Emma then goes to the basement of the lake house, but all the tools are gone. However, there's a lot of glass inside the house, so once again, Emma can use it to cut Mark's hand off. Tom comes to the lake house since he receives some distressed messages from Emma asking for help. However, the messages were sent by Mark. This could have been prevented if Emma had a passcode on her phone. That way, other people wouldn't be able to take it and send misleading messages. Emma tells Tom what happened. Tom says that they shouldn't go to the police because they won't believe the truth. But it would be easy for the medical examiners to determine that the gunshot wound was self-inflicted. Plus, Emma has the recording of Mark saying that he killed himself and how he planned everything. So it should be more than enough proof. It turns out that Mark was tampering with evidence at his job, and the police were going to arrest him. Mark knew that his career was over, so that's why he committed. Mark could have fled the country and waited for the statute of limitations to expire. Being a fugitive is better than being dead. We know that this movie takes place in New York since the file on Mark's desk said New York Police Department. There's a 5-year time limit for felony offenses in New York. It's hard to believe that someone as narcissistic as Mark would kill himself. Mark knew about Emma and Tom's affair. He wanted to drag Emma down with him. Emma finally convinces Tom to call the police, but he left his his phone in the car. Why do movie characters never have their phone when they need them the most? If this was real life, Tom would definitely have his phone in his pocket. Another car approaches the lake house and Tom tells Emma to stay inside and lock the door. Tom can still quickly run to his car and grab his phone before the other car gets close. He shouldn't just stand there and do nothing. A man named Jimmy comes saying that he's here to fix the burst pipe. Tom pays Jimmy to leave, but he keeps insisting on going inside the lake house. Jimmy's brother Bobby gets out of the car and kills Tom with a knife. There are a few ways to defend yourself against a knife attack. Grabbing the attacker's wrist will give you control of the knife's direction and give you a moment to punch the attacker. Striking at the attacker's throat will also work. You can disrupt the person's breathing and they're probably going to stop attacking you after a hard strike to the throat. Jimmy and Bobby force their way inside the house, so Emma hides from them. Bobby is the same Bobby who attacked and robbed Emma. Jimmy and Bobby search the house for Emma, so she goes to the boat shed. Emma uses an anchor to break Mark's hand and free herself from the handcuffs. It took Emma way too long to break Mark's hand. There were plenty of things she could have used in the house. For example, there were several heavy books on the shelf there, or Emma could just slam a door into Mark's hand. Emma hides under the boat while Jimmy and Bobby discover Mark's dead body. It turns out that Mark hired Jimmy and Bobby to kill Emma. They also need to open the safe, which contains diamonds worth $200,000, and Emma is the only one alive who knows the combination. Jimmy and Bobby go back to the house. They discover that the safe also requires a fingerprint to open, and since Mark programmed it, his fingerprint is needed. They won't be able to blow the safe open without turning everything inside to dust, so they need to open it the normal way. Emma finds a fuel tank in the boat shed and takes it to the car in the garage. Emma should also take the anchor with her to use as a weapon. She needs something to defend herself. Moreover, Emma shouldn't be dragging the fuel tank in the snow because it creates a trail. She should carry it in her arms. Emma fills the car with gas, but Bobby comes and punctures a tire. You can still drive a short distance with a flat tire though. Just make sure to drive slowly and keep the vehicle on smooth flat ground, and go as straight as possible. Emma hides in the basement, but she should try to get far away from here. Jimmy and Bobby almost find Emma in the basement, but she activates the car alarm to distract them. Emma searches Tom's body and finds his car keys. She also takes his coat and shoes. Jimmy and Bobby know that Emma must still be near the house since she activated the car alarm as a diversion. Emma hides in the attic and hits Bobby in the head with a golf club. She should be hitting Bobby over and over again until he's dead. It's self-defense, so Emma shouldn't feel guilty about killing Bobby. Emma also hits Jimmy with a golf club and locks him inside a room by knocking the doorknob off. Emma runs to Tom's car and tries to drive away, but Bobby breaks the window and drags her out. How did Bobby recover so quickly? He was unconscious, so he shouldn't have gotten to Emma so fast. This is also why Emma should have killed Bobby when she had the chance. Don't show mercy to people trying to kill you. Emma tries to call the police with Tom's phone, but Bobby breaks it. The police should still be able to trace the call since Emma was on the line long enough. Jimmy comes to the car, but he was locked in the room, so I also don't know how he got here so fast. Jimmy has second thoughts about the whole thing and tries to leave, but Bobby threatens to kill him if he does that. It might be possible for Emma to reason with Jimmy and try to get him on her side. Unlike Bobby, Jimmy has a conscience, so Emma should take advantage of that. Bobby knocks Emma unconscious, and she wakes up in the bedroom handcuffed to Mark's dead body again. Emma tells Bobby that she doesn't know the combination to the safe, but Mark told Jimmy and Bobby that the combination is the day that he proposed to Emma, so she should know it. Bobby is about to cut off Emma's toes, but Jimmy finds Mark's gun under the bed and points it at Bobby. He doesn't want anyone else to get hurt and tells Bobby to leave the knife. Jimmy makes a deal with Emma. They'll let her go and leave her alive if she tells them the combination. Jimmy knows that the cops will look for Bobby first if they find Emma's dead body. Jimmy is right. Bobby is definitely going to be the prime suspect since he has a motive. It would be easy for the police to put two and two together. Emma agrees with Jimmy's offer and Jimmy picks the lock of the handcuffs. Then Emma tells them the combination and Bobby uses Mark's fingerprint to open the safe. However, there's no diamonds inside, only a message on a bone saw saying that the diamonds are close to her heart. Jimmy and Bobby realize that the diamonds are actually in Emma's necklace. Mark designed the necklace to be impossible to remove unless Emma is decapitated decapitated, but the necklace is made from steel, so it shouldn't be too difficult to remove. It's not like the entire necklace is made out of diamonds. Large bolt cutters should do the job. Bobby tries to cut Emma's head off, but Jimmy stops him. Jimmy and Bobby fight, and Bobby accidentally impales Jimmy's head on a metal coat hook, which kills him. Emma should use the opportunity to escape. She's not handcuffed to Mark anymore, so there's nothing dragging her down. Emma takes the knife and tries to attack Bobby. However, Bobby gets the upper hand and takes the knife back. He stabs Emma in the leg, but Emma grabs the nearby pliers and hits Bobby in the face. She then handcuffs Bobby to Mark's dead body. Emma runs away to the car in the garage, and Bobby chases after her while dragging Mark's dead body. But Bobby has the knife. He can just cut Mark's hand off and free himself of the handcuffs. He doesn't need to drag Mark's dead body around. I guess Bobby is so blinded by rage that he can't even think straight. Emma starts the car and tries to escape, but the other cars are blocking the way, and Emma isn't able to get past them. Emma then drives forward and runs Bobby over, but the car slides to the edge of the frozen lake. Emma tries to crawl away on the frozen lake, but Bobby pursues her. Emma gets the knife and stabs Bobby in the shoulder. The ice suddenly breaks and the characters fall into the cold water. Emma takes the knife and stabs Bobby's other eye. She then swims to the surface while Bobby drowns due to the weight of Mark's dead body. Emma is able to break the ice with the knife and get to the surface before drowning. Finally, the movie ends with Emma removing her wedding ring, which falls into the water. Police sirens can be heard in the background. Hopefully, the police will arrive and rescue Emma before she gets hypothermia and dies. And that's how to beat the hired killers in Till Death. Do you have any better strategies or methods? If so, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of Till Death? I personally thought it was pretty good. It's definitely one of Megan Fox's better movies. Which movie should I do next? Leave a suggestion. Be sure to also check out some of the other How to Beat videos on this channel. Well, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a future upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.